We are back at it. Making sure everything is okay on my end. Checking just real quick. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We are looking good. So where we clearing the throat. Where we last left off was end of the prologue and true start of chapter 1. Now we have to give everyone their student notebooks. So we are just gonna go around, knock on doors. That room is empty. We will start upstairs and work our way down. Empty room. And Sarah's room is locked. So let's start here. Fee's room. It's me, Reen. I've got something for you. Coming. Student notebook. Cheers. Yawn. Oh, were you asleep? I didn't mean to wake you. It's fine. Surprised you went to sleep this early, though. I mean, we just had dinner. I don't have anything else to do. You done? Yeah. Just wanted to give you the notebook. Right. And slam. She's a unique one, that girl. I wonder how she ended up a student here anyway. I need to give Elisa her student notebook too. Right, here goes. It's me, Reen. What do you want? What do you even think coming to an innocent girl's room this late at night? Okay, good point. I wouldn't have under normal circumstances, but there's something I need to give you. Reen explained that Toa asked him to hand out everyone's student notebooks. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Hurry up and hand it over. Okay, just hold on a second. It should be this one. Elisa, don't read that. Can't let my guard down around you for a second, can I? Sorry, I can't tell which notebook is which without looking inside. I really didn't mean any harm. Or so you say. Anyway, that's all you wanted, isn't it? Good night, then. Slam. Guess I'll have to back off for tonight. But it seems that R is just an initial. I didn't finish reading her full name before she snatched it out of my hands, though. Is there a reason she's hiding it? This should be Emma's room? Yes. Oh, voice crack. Yes, who is it? It's me, Reen. Do you have a moment? Ah, Reen, I'll be right there. Reen handed Emma her student notebook. Thank you. Oh, on an unrelated note, how are you planning on spending the day tomorrow? I think I'll help out the student council. How about you? Planning on looking into some more clubs. I haven't seen what culture clubs have to offer yet, so I'll be visiting them tomorrow. Let me know if any seem really good. Alright, I will. Also, I also do hope you're able to make up with Elisa soon. Did you hear just now? Well, you weren't exactly quiet. I think Elisa still needs to sort out her feelings about everything. Don't worry, I'm sure it will all work out in the end. Thanks. Good night, Emma. Good night. Thank you for bringing me my notebook, too. 1 second. Thank you for taking the time to deliver it to me. Don't worry about it. What were you doing today anyway? You didn't hear me knocking. And you're covered in sweat. I was just practicing with a wooden sword. I must have been so focused on my practice I didn't hear you knock at first. That's some concentration, alright. Maybe I should do some practicing when I get back to my room too. You certainly don't want to neglect your training. I'd enjoy if I had someone to duel with sometime too. Well then, good night. Good night. Machias, who is it? It's me, Irene. I've got something here for you. I'll be right there. Sorry to make you go to all that trouble. Oh, don't worry about it. Were you in the middle of studying there? I'm sorry if I interrupted you. No need to be sorry for that. How did you know I was studying, though? You've got pencil marks all over the side of your hands. Well then. You should make sure to do plenty of studying yourself. You don't want to find yourself falling behind. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Most of our classes seem like they'll be pretty hard too. Agreed. Besides, it'll be a chance to show up the snobby upper-class students. I'll see you tomorrow then. Yeah, good night. Oh, and then we're actually let into this man's room. Also, I would like to point out, he said he picked up violin for a hobby. The man has 1, 2, 3, and 4 violins in his room. Just a hobby, you say? Hey there, Irene, something the matter? Tola gave me Class 7 student notebooks to hand out earlier, so I'm just going around delivering those. Here's yours, Elliot. Anyway, were you playing the violin in here? Sorta, it's pretty late, so I wasn't really playing per se, just doing the fingering and motions. The wind orchestra isn't meeting tomorrow, so I thought I should get some practice tonight instead. Wow, you're really into your music, huh? Can't imagine most people being that invested in their hobbies. Your room is chock full of musical stuff too. It's not that much, honestly. Looks at the 4 violins. It'd be nice if the walls in these dorms were a bit more soundproof, though. Then I'd be able to play all night without bothering anyone. Spoken like a true music nerd. Is my frame rate alright? Just weird things on my stream management. Yeah, no. Hobby. Oh, Karius lets us in as well. Actually, I was just looking for you. I've got your student notebook here. Here you go. I was wondering when that come. Thanks. Sorry to make you go out of your way to deliver it. No worries. Room's got a really distinctive feel to it, though. What's hanging on the wall? Sort of an ornament made in the Nord Highlands. I thought it'd be a nice way to bring the spirit of my homeland along with me. I see, that really does give the whole room an exotic feel. You've got your brushes out too, so I'm guessing you're going to spend tomorrow painting? Yeah, I'm planning to head over to the art club. Feel free to come along if you like it. Will do. Maybe. Oh. Oh, I completely brained on reading that. You're right, I'm sorry about that. Ain't no mind, and I suggest you be more mindful when and to whom you volunteer your time, otherwise people will be more than happy to simply use you at every turn. Door slam. Is that meant to be a warning? He doesn't seem like an easy guy to make friends with, that's for sure. But maybe he's got a good heart. And then we'll go downstairs one more time, as it's not much, but it's still my favorite conversation in Vacant Room at the start. Also, we've got a full kitchen down here. Cooking has its own mechanic, yet has its entirely own mechanic that we can't quite do yet. There's a bunch of stuff in here that we could do a lot of reading on for characters and such. But we'll get into that another day. You really can't beat a nice cold beer after work. No, wait, maybe you can. With 2 ice cold beers. Have you been drinking all night? At least try not to fall asleep here, okay? I don't want you to catch a cold. Don't worry your pretty little head about me. I'm indestructible. Especially since I've got the day off tomorrow. You say that like it's totally excuses your entire night of drinking. Well, anyway, you were nice enough to take on some work for the student council, so that's a load off my shoulders. I'm looking forward to seeing how you perform tomorrow. Right. Wow, she went from plastered to bastard in the blink of an eye. I love that quote. Looks like there's a lot more to her than I thought. That implies, since there was no voice lines, that she went from drunk to serious tone without worry. That was not the right button to hit. I'm very sorry about that. That blinks the screen and brings a notification up that I can't do anything about, and I hate. Probably shouldn't go out this late at night. So with nothing else to do, we return to the room. Should I call it a day? Choosing to wrestle child is the date to change in the main story 2 minutes. Nap time. first tasks for April. Drop my student notebook and can't find it anywhere. Would anyone be willing to help? Looking for it on the first floor student union building. Horrible delivery from George. I've finished repairing a bunch of horrible tech here at the engineering club and I need someone to deliver everything. Stop by the engineering building and I'll have it. And I'll tell you more. George, Year 2, Class 3. Old Schoolhouse Mystery from Principal Van Dyke. I have reason to believe that a strange phenomena has been occurring in the old schoolhouse of late. As such, I would like to request that one or more combat-ready students look into this and report back to me. For more details, come see me in my office on the first floor of the main building. We will start with noteworthy loss, because as I mentioned, this is going to be an attempt of 100% of everything I can remember that you can do in this game. So not a true 100%, but everything I can. I certainly wasn't expecting a request from the principal on my very first assignments. I hope I don't screw it up. I'm curious about this one from the engineering club. Sounds interesting. Well, I've got all day. Let's just dive in, I guess. Quest tab. Yada yada. Bonding events. On free days, special events can be triggered with certain classmates and sub-characters. They are called bonding events. 1 point will be consumed each time you view an event, but your bond with that character will be strengthened. When the time of day advances to evening, all daytime bonding events and quests will no longer be available. In exchange, you will receive 1 bonus point, which can be used to trigger an evening exclusive bonding event. On your free days, you can use bonding points to participate with characters. This will increase your bond rank. Bond ranks being important because it increases the combat capabilities between the main character and the side characters. It is surprisingly important and strong. I'm going to do all of the quests I can before we are required to spend the bonding points for the day, because these are important scenes. Of note, I won't let us see from in here. But why won't it? Oh, I still had to leave the building before it lets me do that. Weather's beautiful today. Right then, let's head out. Shopping district. You can purchase a variety of items from the stores there. Brandon's general goods, stocks, ingredient, and accessories. The Sage sells clothing, footwear, and accessories. Reading materials such as newspapers and obviously books. So we're going to be spending some time there as well. Caffeine Inn stocks food items. You can also pay a small fee to rest here and restore your CP. Oh, that can restore your CP? That's... Okay, quick travel also shows where certain characters are and if you can do bonding events with them. That's what I was trying to open up earlier. So we can do a bonding event with Machias, with Elliot. It took me a minute there. With Laura. I think that's everyone? Yeah. Elisa and Eustace are in the field. Fee's in the courtyard. Emma and Toa are in the student union building. Gaius is in art. Yeah, those are the 3 characters we can potentially raise our bond with. Let me check something real quick. We had a short dip of frame rate, but everything looks fine. Everything looks fine. Give me a second, because it doesn't look like we have people in chat to give their opinions. I will poll an outside party. One second. Very sorry about that. Hello, hello. Microphone, switch headset. Can you guys still hear me? Testing. Awesome, and hello Buster, and thank you for the follow. You showed up at a perfect time, as we just got to the first free day, and we are just going over what we can do. We have a few quests that we have to do first, as well as there are 3 characters that we can go and talk to. This is Trails of Cold Steel. I've been talking a lot about this game. So, we could go talk to Laura, who is a noble of, who's the noble daughter of a viscount from the area, and wields a large sword. Great character. We could go talk to Machias, who is a bit of a jerk, bit of a jerkish know-it-all commoner. And then we have Elliot, who is marshmallow good boy and loves music. I just want to make sure everything's running alright. By the way, how do I sound? Awesome to hear. The setup is a little rough, as I am streaming straight off of the PlayStation. There's a couple things I can't control, like the on-air notification that comes up every now and then. So just let me know if anything of note comes up. Yeah, so we have those 3 characters to talk to. But we also have quests and stuff and other things that we have to go to do. My goal is to 100% everything I can remember to do in this game. Hi, are you going to school today? You guessed it, you're Harrison and Hana's son, aren't you? Irene, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I'm Kurt. And that was a very curt discussion. We could do some shopping right now. Where's the button? But we don't have much money. So... cutscene. If you got any questions, just ask. Man, the weather's perfect today. The fish really are going to be biting. Looks like he's a student from one of the upper classes. Hey there, haven't met you yet. You're one of those red uniforms, so you're from Class 7. That's right, my name's Rean Schwarzer. Are you a first year too? Yep, I'm Kenneth Lakelord, Class 2. I'm part of the Imperial Fishing Club. It's real laid back. You'd like it. But, yeah, pleasure's all mine. Likewise. He's pretty laid back himself, especially for a noble. I take it the Imperial Fishing Club's about fishing? You catch on quick. Trista's supposed to be a great place for fishing. I hear there are a ton of different fish you can catch here. I'm just trying to figure out the right spot. Seems like you're having fun at least. You've done a bit of fishing in your time, haven't you? How about giving it another shot? Well, sure, but how did you know that? Just a hunch. Well then, from one fisherman to another, we received the fishing book and the beginner rod. Are you sure I can have these? I feel kinda bad just getting all of this stuff for nothing. Don't even sweat it. The Imperial Fishing Club's here to spread the joy of fishing, so it's all good. We'll be starting off as a white angler, but don't think too much about that. Just fish away to your heart's content. Just ignore that for now, it's not all that important. Oh yeah, once you started landing some big catches, come back and talk to me. I'll trade you some cool prizes for your points. Prizes? Points? What's going on? Now that's all explained, it's time for me to head off. I've got some fish to catch. Tutorial NPC away! I'm still confused about some of the stuff he said, but oh well. Still, now that I have a rod, it wouldn't hurt to start fishing again. Let's see, the label says, made by the Lakelord Company. Wait a minute, isn't Lakelord his last name? His family must be pretty famous then, and I'd assume experts on fishing. I'm just gonna turbo mode this. He was looking over there, right? Seems like it could be a decent fishing spot. The pond he mentioned is available too, so maybe I'll give that a shot when I have the time. Do let me know if I'm reading or speaking too fast through some of these things. Or if you need any clarification, you can now view the fishing tab in your notebook. I can stop to show this off. Fishing is one of the first mini-games that they introduce. Where do I fish? There it is. And it gets interesting. It's basically mashing and making sure you're hitting the right button.
Not bad.
I don't know a lot about this. I'd actually have to do some research into this, but I know there is something that you get from this. 5 points, you catch 10 points, 15.5 reggae, which is plus 2 points. This world uses made-up measurements. And I think it's equivalent to imperial measurements. So that might be 15.5 inches? I would actually need to look up and fact check that, though. And 30 extra Cephas, and some extra CP recovery. Getting the CP recovery off of that's actually pretty good. How does the stream look?
Right.
Alright, so we got fishing. We will start with the notebook, which is the side quest in the main building over here. And you. Pardon me, you're Colette from Class 4, right? I believe you submitted a request to the Student Council? Yeah, I did, but you're that guy from Class 7. Did you join the Student Council when I wasn't looking? Nothing like that. I decided to work to help them out with some of their work. The Student Council President told me to handle your request. Oh, so that's how it is. Wow, we're both first years, but you seem much more grown up than me. The people in Class 7 must be amazing. It's no big deal. So you wrote that you need help looking for your student notebook? Yeah, I've been looking everywhere. I cannot think of since this morning. But there's no sign of it. So does this mean you're going to start looking right away? They said if one person wasn't able to help me, they'd send someone else to do it. So, I see, so that's how Toa has this all arranged. Well, sure, you can count on me. Really, thank you so much. Before we get too excited, I think we'll need a bit more information to have any hope of finding it. Can you tell me when you first noticed you dropped your notebook? It was right after school yesterday when I went to borrow the book from the library. You can't borrow books without your notebook, so I went to take it out, and I couldn't, because it wasn't there. Yesterday, after school, got it. So when was the last time you remembered having it? Probably right when classes finished for the day yesterday, when I was still in the classroom. I remember using it to take notes while I was talking with my friends, so I definitely had it then. I guess I must have dropped it somewhere between my classroom and the library. I see that narrows it down quite a bit. Did you stop anywhere on your way to the library, though? Well, after I left the main building, I came here to Student Union Building. Pretty sure I went to the library after that. That should be everywhere I went. Right, so there really aren't that many places you could have dropped it. Best way to go about this seems to be to split up and search the main building and the area surrounding it, I think. That's just what I was going to ask you to do, actually. I'm hoping it's there because I searched the library from top to bottom this morning. And the rooftop's out because the janitor said he didn't notice it when he was doing his morning cleaning rounds. Ooh, I've had a big drop in bitrate, but frames seem okay? I hope everything's okay. Checking on the stream. Is everything okay? Looks like it. Looks and sounds like it. It just seems like the bitrate dropped. It should go back to normal soon. Main building it is then. So do you think I should start with classrooms? No, I don't think you need to check them at all. I searched my classroom yesterday and I didn't go into any of the others. Probably a good idea to focus on the halls and the rest areas in there. I have a feeling that it's in the main building. It's going to be on the second floor somewhere. Thank you for the info. I'll head over to there and take a look around. You can stay here at the student union and keep up your search. Okay, will do. Thanks for agreeing to help me out. Noteworthy loss started. And we'll be tackling the quests one at a time rather than chaining them together. So they noted that it would be second floor, and we would want to check the hallways and rest areas. I know where it is. It's actually kind of hard to spot. It's right here. But if you're just running around in turbo mode, you will miss it. It's such a small detail. That should be it, but I should check the inside just to be sure. Unless there's another identical Colette running around, this is the one. She'll be happy to see this and should get it back to her as soon as I can. Perfect. And off we go.
Right.
Give me 1 second, please. I'm very sorry about this. Let's get going. Currently cleaning. Can we go inside? No. You can never get inside the auditorium. Returning the book to Colette. assuming this isn't actually your notebook, why don't you check it just to be sure? Thanks. You're right, it really is mine. Oh, thank goodness. This is the only form of ID we students have, so it would have been awful if I'd lost it, especially since our instructor would have chewed my head off if I need to get another one issued. Thanks so much for your help, Rean. I'm sorry, I'm just so relieved. I didn't know it was so important to you. Still, I'm glad I was able to help you out. By the way, where did you end up finding it? Oh, you know, the sofa's on the second floor in the main building that people use as a rest area. It was on one of those, just sitting there. Sofa's on the second floor? I guess I did relax there for a while. Come to think of it, I've dropped it when sitting down once before. I heard it falling out of my pocket that time though, so I didn't end up losing it. Why would sitting down do that? What pocket do you usually put your notebook in? Well, one of my skirt pockets, usually. That makes sense, a lot of boys use their pants pockets too. But you might want to try using your jacket pocket from now on. It's not going to fall out of there. That's where I usually put mine. I've never had any problems. Jacket pockets? We've got those? Well, I don't know if the girls' jackets are any different from the guys' are, but I don't see why you wouldn't. Hold on, let me check. Oh wow, you're right. I had no idea this was even here. Finding pockets that you didn't know exist is baffling. There's no way my notebook will ever fall out of these. Thanks for the tip. That should solve all my pocket problems. Happy to have been of service. You've really been a big help today. This really doesn't make up for it, but would you accept this as a little token of my thanks? Silver change. Accessory? Hold on, I couldn't possibly. Don't worry about it. I bought one for myself the other day, but I ended up ordering two by mistake. Can't really use both at once, so it makes sense to give it to someone else who might be able to do something with it. Well, if you're sure, thanks. That's my line. And, well, thanks again for everything, Rean. Quest completed. Accessories! I wish I used these more often. Prevents poison and gives plus 10 defense. We don't got much of them, so you might as well use what you got. Continuing on, next we have the engineering building. The one from the principal sounds fairly urgent, so we'll do that one last. Hello, George. Hey there, good to see you. Oh, you're the person that was with President Toa when I first arrived at the academy. You've got a good memory. George Gnome. I'm George Gnome, a second-year Class 3. I'm also head of the engineering club. You're Rean Schwarzer from Class 7, right? Nice to meet you. Likewise. Toa told me you're helping out the student council. You've probably got a lot to learn about the academy since you've just enrolled, but good luck with everything. Thank you very much, but I am curious. This is the engineering building, isn't it? With all the machines and equipment around here, it certainly fits the bill. Yep, you can basically think of it as an academy's very own orbment factory. The engineering club's been in charge of maintaining orbments here for a long time now. Wow, that's pretty impressive. I assume you prepared all the stuff you wanted me to deliver for this request too? That's right, I handle the stuff here at the engineering club too. I usually deliver them myself, but I'm a little too busy this month. Can I ask you to do it for me? Of course, so what do you need to do? What do I need to know? Okay, here's the rundown. As you know, you need to deliver 3 Orbital products for me. First is this Orbital scale, which I need delivered to the cooking club. The club meets in the home economics room on the second floor of the main building. Give it to the head of the club, Nicholas. Nicholas from the cooking club, home economics room. Okay, got it. Next two are both in town. Oh, so you take requests from outside the academy too. Yep, there was so much talk about the club that I started getting requests from people interested too. There's no reason for me to refuse them, so I do as much as I can to help them out. That certainly explains how you end up so busy. Sure does. Second delivery I need you to make is this antique orbital lamp. This one's going to Micht at the pawn shop. You'll find it in the southeast part of the central shopping district. It's kind of out of the way, so keep an eye out. An antique orbital lamp for the pawn shop, understood. Last but not least, the final item you need to deliver is this orbital wristwatch. This one's going to Michael over at Radio Trista. Radio Trista is in the southwest of the central shopping district. Just let the receptionist know why you're there and she'll call Michael out for you. Orbital wristwatch from Michael from Radio Trista, ask the receptionist. Right, I can do that. And that's everything. Let me give you the items themselves. Received orbital scale, lamp, wristwatch. I'll be sure to be careful. It's not going to be easy carrying all those around, but I'm sure you'll manage. Just be sure to report back to me when you're done. Of course, I'll get started right away. We'll be fine. We've got the mystical JRPG item pocket that allows us to ignore the size, weight, and shape of any object in reality. So first we've got Cooking Club. We can just teleport. I always get turned around here. Yep, we want this way. Hey there! You wouldn't happen to be here to join the cooking club, would you? Not exactly. The engineering club asked me to deliver something for them. Is this what you've been waiting on? Orbital scale? Yep, that's the orbital scale I asked George to fix, alright. I don't know how he works so fast, I'd be really lost about it. George's many talents aside, I didn't even know tools like this existed. Pretty impressive, isn't it? These can provide more accurate and minuscule measurements than any analog scale. If you put a container full of ingredients on there, it'll subtract the container's weight for you. It's handy. I believe it. You don't have any interest in cooking by any chance, do you? I haven't given it much thought, to be honest, but I am kind of curious. I'll be cooking for myself from now on, right? Anyway, right? You'd be surprised at how many students here can't. Here's the thing, the cafeteria might be cheap, but it still costs more Mira than making it yourself would. Have you even tried cooking anything yet? Not yet, I don't even know where to start. Which means you're as virgin as my olive oil. This game is full of great quotes. If you want to start cooking, I'd recommend you start cooking just make something, doesn't matter what. Tell you what, I'll even give you this to get started. Receive recipe book. Beginning of cooking mechanics. And to top it off, here is a really easy recipe to get started on. It's so easy, I've you've got all the ingredients you need right here. Help yourself. Recipe for simple omelet, we get fresh egg, coarse rock salt. Thank you very much. Recipe seems like it'll be a helpful companion, but are you sure I can have it? Sure, we've got tons of them. If it sparks fire for cooking in your heart, it'll be worth it. Got it. I'll be sure to get some use out of it then. Well, thanks again for bringing me my orbital scale, and pass my thanks on to George for fixing it. Will do. We can now view recipe mechanics. You can now take ingredients and turn them into delicious... that's the wrong thing. Turn them into delicious food. You can have recipes from various people, but that's not the only way to get them. You might find them while searching specific areas, cooking, or even just trying new food or drink. Buying and eating food gives you recipes. By selecting Moat, Recipe, Required Ingredients, turn them out to herb dishes, regular dishes, peculiar dishes, unique dishes. You got the soft... You've got the... You can have Rean cook alone or have another party member help him. When having another party member help him, both their skill level will influence the dish they make. Skill levels, you've got Great, Unique will... very likely to produce a unique dish. Will only be displayed after the dish has been made once. Great is likely to produce a superb dish. Good, reasonably likely to produce superb dish. Average is reasonably likely to produce a regular dish. Bad is reasonably likely to produce a peculiar dish. So, let's run a quick example. I didn't use the cooking much on my own. But there's other uses for it, so... Simple omelet. Meals to cook.
Okay, let's give this a try.
Oh, we can only cook on our own right now.
There we go.
Simple omelet. Recovers 600 HP. Something we keep in our back pocket. And now we can warp into town. Oh, 1 second, please. We need to go to the pawn shop, which is down here. Got business here, or are you just window shopping? I do actually. I'm here to give you something from the engineering club. Oh, George fixed that thing already? Well, hand it over. I swear, why does being a pawnbroker have to be such a pain in the ass sometimes? Who'd have thought an item break right after I paid for it? That's a pretty nasty surprise. Do you get a lot of students in here out of sheer curiosity? Fair for you, sure. What, you looking for some money? I don't lend money to kids. You kids think of this place as an exchange shop. So like items for items? Yeah. I think I've got something a while back that you kid like you'd like. It's yours. As a way of saying thanks for delivery. Blade Deck. Blades, is this a card game or something? Seems that way. Some good for nothing second year brought it in. Can't say I ever bothered to play. Oh, but you can give it a try, or don't, or burn it, for all I care. I didn't pay for it. Thanks, that's really nice of you. I have this strange feeling that he just gave me this because he didn't have anywhere to put it, but oh well. Another thing, my shop's got the finest selection of curios in all of Trista. If you don't see anything you'd like, come back later. I change up goods sometimes. When I feel like it. Anyway, see ya. Thanks for delivering and enjoy the playing cards or whatever. Anytime. You can exchange items for rare or high quality ones. You can also buy some of the items you've missed in the previous chapters as curios. As for the card game Mech's Cave Green, you'll be able to play that later in the game. Basically, he's giving us a way to buy stuff. We can get that later on. Exchange, trade, serum powder. You can upgrade equipment, get upgrades to quartz and other things here. Actually kind of useful. You've got something. Oh yeah. You can sell Sepith Mass at any shop for a good chunk of change. I could have sworn he had something for us. Right now, that's probably on a later day. Or is it the bookshop? Oh, we've got a student running the store right now. Welcome! Have a look, we've got some solid books for students I've lined up. Sorry. Just need to get a quick drink. My throat's getting a little dry. You keeping well in class, mate? I hope you are, because being the student's all about getting your head in the books. I cannot say much though, because I'll be focusing on working instead. Yes! Doesn't immediately realize it, but she is supposed to have a Scottish accent? I don't think she ever gets a voice actor. So it's all in text, and it can be amusing to read. Bunch of books. Bunch of these will probably just be reading at another time. Red Moon Rose. That's one of the books that is extremely hard to collect in this game. These are the missable books I need to keep an eye out. Gotta keep an eye out for those ones. I will read one book first real quick. The Imperial Chronicle issues are always relevant. and can give insight into the world alive around us. The government today held a press conference to reveal its annual budget to the nation. At the same time, new plans to expand the military were announced, including strengthening of armored divisions, reaffirming earlier statements made by Chancellor Osborne. With the neighboring Calvard Republic continuing to expand its own armed forces, it seems an appropriate reaction and the duty of a great nation such as ours. Sorry. Both the House of Representatives and House of Peers met to debate the budget in Heimdallr. House of Representatives voted unanimously in favor of the budget and military expansion plan, and the House of Peers remained fiercely critical of both proposals throughout the debate. I'm afraid that His Majesty decides in the best interests of this nation. However, with His Majesty leaving decisions regarding the budget in the hands of the Chancellor, it seems unlikely it will be overturned. Imperial Governor Regnitz speaks. In response to Imperial Chronicle reporter outside City Hall, Governor Regnitz had to say this about the budget debate. The proposals have my full approval. Much has been made of the military aspects, but taken as a whole, I feel the budget is remarkably well balanced. It seems apparent to me that His Excellency has a clear vision for how to proceed in modernizing this country. Governor Regnitz, if you remember, is Machias's father. Machias, his last name, is Regnitz. The Imperial Transportation Act. It has been a year since the Imperial Transportation Act was enacted in Heimdallr. The law was drafted with the expectation that the number of orbital cars in the city would continue to increase, but how have our dear readers reacted to the bill? We found that the majority seemed to be in favor of the new law, though some have argued that giving cars a commoner's regard equal to that of nobility makes little sense. City Hall PR representative who supported the law. The Imperial government maintains that the law has been successful in reducing the number of motoring accidents and aims to eventually introduce it in the rest of the country. Keldic Grand Market. The eastern town of Keldic is best known for the Grand Market, which is held regularly throughout the year. This year's spring market is bustling as usual and has attracted a large number of tourists and merchants. But what is it that makes the market so lively? Because the town is located on a trade route that has been vital to this nation is the opinion of Otto, the market manager. He believes that Keldic's position as an interchange station, where passengers can transfer one from the Transcontinental Railroad to national lines, makes it easily accessible for visitors from both outside and inside the country. Whatever the reason, the market's popularity is showing no signs of letting up. Spotlight, welcome to the RF store. Our goal is to deliver the latest Reinford Group products, and we're your one-stop shop for Orbital Technology Shop. So that's a small ad at the end. Continuing on. I'll always read out those as they come out. Yeah, most books will fall under... Oh, I still need to... I actually need to use the books? I should chat with Ellie about it sometime. Oh, right! I forgot about this. Some books give you 3 bond points with characters. there is no reason to not abuse this. Already read that book. Does that appear in my books tab to read? No. Red Moon will be another thing part of a future book reading stream. I think I got what I needed. Now we can head over to Radio Trista. Welcome to Radio Trista. How can I help you today? So, is there someone named Michael here? I've got a delivery from the Engineering Club, and ideally, I'd like to take it to him directly. As a matter of fact, we do have a Michael here. Let me call him out for you. You can wait on the sofa over there if you'd like. Sorry to keep you waiting. You said you've got a delivery from the Engineering Club? I do indeed. Here it is. Orbital wristwatch. Wow, you really did fix it up. This is some pro-level work. We're starting to up a new show tonight, and I was feeling a little nervous about a quick way to check the time. Things will be just fine now, though. I can imagine that would be pretty intense. Well, you know, it starts at 9 tonight. If things work out, Radio Trista is guaranteed to see pretty big increase in popularity, which will mean I'll be one step closer to achieving my dream of. Oops, sorry about that. I shouldn't be getting all excited like that and boring you with my life story. Not at all. I'm of the opinion that being passionate about what you do is a good thing. Haha, this job's pretty much my entire life at this point, really. But if you want to make me feel more alive, tune into the show tonight. Haha, you bet. Or I would if I had a normal radio. Well, I gotta head back. Our sound producer's in there waiting for me. Normally I'd treat you to some tea or something. Today's a really busy day. Tell George thanks for fixing my watch when you get back. Of course, good luck with tonight's show. Alright, that's the last item delivered. I should go tell George. Yeah. Radio Trista will be debuting a new program tonight. I can hardly wait. What could it be? My heart's racing just imagining the possibilities. Are you okay there, pal? You don't look okay. Heading back to... running into things. Heading back to the engineering building. Hey there, seems like you're done with those deliveries, all 3 of them. Nice work. So now that you finished up delivering those, what do you think of the places you delivered them to? Well, they're certainly all unique. None of them are places I normally go either. I might have wandered into the home economics room eventually, but not the pawn shop or the radio station. Yeah, I don't think most students would. The pawn shop in particular is kind of hard to find too. That's true, but now I feel as though I have a general idea of where most of the main places in Trista are thanks to this. Almost feels like this request benefited me more than it did you. Well, that's nice to hear. You spoke to Michael while you were at the Radio Trista too, didn't you? Did he tell you anything about the new show they're starting up? He did. It starts at 9 PM tonight, doesn't it? Figured he mentioned that. He's thrilled about the show and enthusiasm is infectious. How about you? Are you planning on tuning in? I'd love to, but Oh, you don't have normal radio. In that case, here, it's all yours. Wait, really? It's the latest Model 2, same one I've got. You helped me out big time today, it only seems right to pay you back. Are you sure? Of course I bought it for research purposes, but I've never really found a chance to make any use of it. Be a waste to just leave it here collecting dust, but so I'd be thrilled if you could actually get some use out of it. Well, that's the case, thank you very much. You're welcome. Oh yeah, there's something I'd like you to tell the rest of Class 7 for me. Oh? Instructor Sarah came to me with a request the other day. Long story short, she left me in charge of doing maintenance on all of your Arcus units. No kidding. Like I said, the engineering club's basically Thor's Orbital Factory, so yeah, and of course I'm pretty interested in your Arcus units myself, so if you need some help with anything Arcus related, you can just come and visit me, I'll sort it out, good to know. Part of me feels bad adding to your workload, but it's a relief to hear that you'll be the one in charge of this stuff. Oh. That's quite the compliment. Right, I also meant to ask, you know about Sepith Maths, right? You mean stuff that monsters sometimes drop regular Sepith? I'm sure you don't need to tell me how handy regular Sepith can be, but Sepith Masses have tons of impurities, so they're never received much attention, but recently someone discovered a way to efficiently extract Sepith from them. Is that so? Oh, it's so. Thanks to that, most shops are willing to take them off your hands at a decent price nowadays. There's no point in holding on to them, so go ahead and sell them. If you find any, a little extra money never hurt anyone. Sounds like a good deal to me, will do. I think I'm just about talked out for the day. Thanks again for all your help. Here's hoping we can exchange favors. Ditto, we'll be counting on you. Sepith Math thing is basically, that's how the monsters drop money for you, is in Sepith Maths rather than just pure money. Orbital upgrades. You can upgrade your Arcus units to have more slots. You can make quartz to put into those slots. And you can upgrade certain weaponry with stuff there. And they can now, well, it could always be because I did it earlier. You can also exchange regular Sepith, but don't do it. Just plainly, only sell the mass. Oh, my voice is taking a beating. And we are not done yet. That was a lot of work. I'm exhausted. Feels good, kind of fulfilling. But now that I think about it, George might have made the request specifically for my sake. I feel like I know a lot more about Trista and the Academy now that I'm done. Who's that? If she's hanging around here, she might be a member of the engineering club, right? That big thing next to her wasn't here before either. What could it be? Well, it doesn't matter now. I've got a request to finish. That about does it. Now all I've got to do is report back to George. She does know George after all. Dry throat. I'm all good. Okay, now we go talk to the headmaster about his request. Message? And over here is where the headmaster's office is. Excuse me, Principal. I'm Marine Schwarzer of Class 7. Ah, good. I've been waiting for you. He looks even bigger up close than you did at the entrance ceremony. He must be, what, 2 large tall? Okay, no, I think maybe the measurement system is more relegated to metric than imperial? I don't know. Because he's definitely not 2 feet tall, but he could definitely be 2 meters tall. I don't know. I need to check that later. Joe tells me you've accepted my request. I truly appreciate you taking the time out of your free day to assist me in this. No problem. So you're looking for someone to further investigate the underground area of the old schoolhouse? Precisely, and I couldn't have found a better man for the job, considering your class was down there so recently. Incidentally, it was Sarah who insists on making use of the trapdoor, not me. I probably should have tried to stop her. However, please do accept my apologies. Oh, not at all, sir. We have no reason to apologize. I kind of already figured she was behind it anyway. I mean, it stands to reason. Getting back to the matter at hand, there's a number of interesting stories regarding that old schoolhouse. The gargoyle you fought is just a drop in the bucket, all told. Now that you mention it, I did get the distinct impression while fighting it that it was no ordinary monster. It was almost as if it weren't a monster at all, but a demon? Perhaps the word fiend might fit. In our experience, if left alone, it will always regenerate to its original statue form eventually. Yes, and as a result, the area has long been used by students in tests of strength, but in the past year, many strange alterations have been occurring there. I received reports ranging from doors appearing out of nowhere to strange, eerie voices from the darkness. So you'd like me to go investigate whether there's any truth to these reports then? If possible, yes. Specifically, I would like you to walk through the underground area and check for any significant changes since last month. Task for which you are uniquely qualified given your prior experience down there. I suppose that is true, and I'd be happy to undertake this mission, though if that gargoyle generated, things could get a little tricky. And if that turns out to be the case, I would have no objection to you turning back. I should also stress that I'm making this request to Class 7 as a whole. By all means, do ask your classmates for assistance. I'm certainly not expecting you to go alone. Oh, understood. I'll do just that. Splendid. I believe you'll be needing this time. Old schoolhouse key is the key to the front door of the old schoolhouse. Best of luck to you, and please, be safe. Thank you, sir. Okay. Before we do the old schoolhouse, we need to do the bonding events. So, as mentioned before, we have 3 potential characters to bond with: Laura, Machias, and Elliot. And we can only do 2 of their bonding events. I already have the outside veto if there is no preference in chat. So, if there's any want for clarification on who the characters are, I can absolutely run that by you. But those are our 3 choices. Machias, the jerk with a shotgun. Elliot, the soft marshmallow musician. And Laura, the level-headed swordswoman. It does not look like we have a preference in chat. So polling from the outside of those not watching but still interested in this in the future, we will be going with Laura and Elliot. Let's go see Laura first. We have to do these before the old schoolhouse because the old schoolhouse will progress time. Stop by here and see what's going on. Earlier we did see that there seemed to have been some sort of story with them. Why are we wasting our time practicing the basics when we could pick up where we left off yesterday? Sure, I'm not the only one who feels you draw out unnecessary. Shut it, you're a first year, you do the basics, now no two ways about it. And here I thought you were such a hothead you jump at the chance. Oh well, I suppose defeating you so hastily would spoil the fun, so I'll let you off the hook. Off for now. Off to you little shit. Yesterday's match ended in a draw, but I think I have a grasp on everyone's general skill levels here. Club should serve as an adequate way to pass time until I graduate, at least. Damn it, I wish I hadn't let my guard down yesterday. If I'd gone all out, I would have won, and this little brat wouldn't be acting like he's better than me. Sounds like it was your fault, man. We got ourselves a great group of first years this year. Casper seems like he's really into learning. And then there's Laura, who I don't even need to teach at all. Oh, look how cool that second year with blue hair is. I've been checking out the different sports clubs, and I think this one might be the one for me. Maybe if I join, I'll be able to get as confident and strong as she is. Is she confused with Laura for a second year? I mean, it's fair. Good day, Reen. Have you come for a swim too? Not quite. I'm surprised the swimming club's active at this time of year, though. Well, it's true that the winter swimming isn't for everyone. The water is rather chilly, but I think it makes for a good training. How did I know you'd say something like that? Should I stick around for a bit longer? Spend time with Laura. God, my voice is getting a lot drier than I expected. Oh. You really get no objections from me. In fact, you came along at the perfect time. I was just about to test my short-distance swimming speeds. Do you think you could record my times? Sure, I can do that. Well, that took you 22.34 seconds. Just a so-so time. So-so, you tore across the pool. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were part fish. Let's not go overboard. If I'm a fish, my father is a dolphin. In fact, he could probably outswim one. Maybe, but he's the Radiant Blade Master. His swimming prowess doesn't make yours any less amazing. No kidding, I could hardly take my eyes off of her while she was in the water. Is there a reason you're staring at me? Nope, don't mind me. I take it swimming is a specialty of yours then? Perhaps more habit than specialty. In Legram is located alongside a lake, and I used to swim there in the winter to train. Seems that doing so has slightly improved my swimming in general. I don't know if the word slightly applies here. Given your upbringing, I initially assumed that you'd be more combat-oriented, club. But I see now that even swimming can contribute to your training. That's the hope. My father once told me there are things about the sword we can only learn by stepping outside of its shadow. I had every intention to put those words into practice upon entering this academy. Your dedication to the sword doesn't surprise me. The way it influences so much of your life seems very you. To be honest, I'm a bit jealous. There's no need for that. You have your sword, you can do the same. I guess you're right. Forget I said anything. Regardless, thank you for your timing me. It seems I'll have to train even harder from here on out. Best of luck, I know you can do it. And 500 bond score. That is... The bonding events are big. The characters that you do the bonding events with are important because it can outright influence your party makeup later in the game. Next, we are spending time with Elliot, who's in the dorm. You're looking pretty busy there, Elliot. Yeah, I just got some packages from home. Heavy ones at that. I just carried them up here and I'm already totally beat. I can believe that. Sometimes there's food. Seems like there's food in one of these too. So I should probably look through them. Well, I am already here. Should I give him a hand? Yes. You look like you could use a hand. Mind if I help you out? Really, you would? Oh, voice crack. I'm sorry. Well, I'd sure appreciate it. Rean and Elliot began sorting out the packages that Elliot received from home. Phew. We're done about half of them now. I didn't expect there to be quite this much of everything. There has to be a month's worth of food here, not to mention a bunch of clothes and other daily necessities. I didn't expect this either. Now I feel bad for dragging you into it. My sister's way too protective of me sometimes. Oh, you've got a sister? Yeah, an older one. She's always been a bit on the clingy side too. I mean, I'm grateful that she sent me a care package, but I wish she'd tone it down a bit. I'm not a kid anymore. You mean it? I think it's kinda nice, actually. You can tell that she really cares about you. Really? Oh. Elliot took out a worn-looking piece of sheet music out of the box. Is that sheet music? It looks like someone got a lot of use out of it. Yeah, I used to practice with this all the time back home. To tell you the truth, I actually wanted to enter a music academy before I ended up here. Oh, really? Then I guess joining the Wind Orchestra wasn't just a casual thing for you, huh? Well, I've always loved music ever since I was younger, but in the end, I wasn't all that serious about it, so I ended up choosing Thor's instead of a music academy. Weird. Really? Well, either way, it'd be nice to hear you play that piece sometime. Sure, one of these days. Rean and Elliot returned to sorting out the packages, only getting through with the strength of their combined efforts. bond of Elliot has strengthened. Reminder, he has 1, 2, 3, 4 violins, and he keeps saying it's a hobby. Or he's not serious about it. Thanks, Reen. Everything's nice and tidy now. I'll let you hear that piece next time I get the chance. I'll look forward to it. Alright, that, to my knowledge, is all the quests. And everything you can do right now. I'm going to talk to Machias because he still has the bonding exclamation point. And we are at... And we spent all of our bond points today anyway. So I'm kind of curious to see if that triggers anything. I was surprised to find out that in spite of all of its quaint size, this town has all the shops one could possibly want. The cafe is a rather pleasant atmosphere too. It seems like the perfect environment for studying. Yeah, it certainly feels like a town built around the academy. I have to hand it to you though. You're really dedicated to your studies. I'm just doing what's expected of a student. You should try to make a bit of a habit of preparing for your classes in advance and then reviewing new material afterwards. Seems like a smart idea. Yeah, nope. Can't do anything with him besides just a nice little talk. And you can step in here. I was just trying to see if I could get the recipes. Do I get it from talking to people? Nope. I'm just double checking to make sure I've done everything I possibly could. Because you never know. Actually, I do want to run back and go talk to the other characters. Just to see what they have to say. Shed here's nice. Might be good for napping. B, always on track to nap. Eustace? That might prove interesting. Is he looking towards the stables? Maybe he's interested in horses. What are you staring at? Oh, sorry. When Elisa did join of the cross, I get the feeling that this Ferris girl isn't exactly fond of me. Hopefully it's just my imagination. I've got practice to focus on anyway. Being bested by a commoner is quite simply not an option. As a daughter of the Floral family, it is my duty to put Elisa in her place. Dearest Ferris, that lacrosse uniform truly suits you. Fear not, your big-hearted brother will cheer you on from here. Now, show me your blaring passion and merciless, icy focus. Interesting. And then to Toa and Emma are over here. Oh, I helped you out earlier. Thank you much for finding it. Now that time to get sweets. Hungry. Passionate person, writing novels and short stories together would be a lot of fun too. Maybe this really is the club for me. Based on what I've seen, she's very well educated and has a real way of words. I'm sure we'll enjoy our time together in this club. Now I just need to drag her into the wonderful world of passionate young men. I'm worried. Very worried. Kenneth. Gone fishing. Chess Club has always been kind of a hangout spot for upper-class students. As you might expect, you're not exactly friendly if you don't have the pedigree they do. People wanted to play, but they were sick of nobles, snobbish, but each time we got crushed by nobles, more of our members left, so now the club is just me. That's rough. Unused room. Photography Club. Toa! Did you have a chance to look over the requests I sent to your dorm? I did. I'm in the middle of doing them right now. Hopefully this will help take some of the weight off your shoulders. It's really big help with so many of them that we got so many of them that there's no way we could handle them all on our own. It might be tough, but good luck. Good bean. And then Gaius is off on his own. I still get the directions wrong off of that teleport every time. This sounds like this should really help me improve. Thanks, Lind. He looked a little intimidating but Gaius is really nice. But why am I the one teaching him? I'm not exactly some master artist. Seems like Lynn's really fond of painting since she was young, which led her to learning more about it. We're both new to the club though, so I hope we get along. That reminds me, I've decided to help out the student council. Just let me know if you need any help with that. I'm glad to know you've got my back. Free days are the best time to be at the academy. It's just you, your art, and assignments. Everyone is either out in town or doing something for the club. They should be gone more often. If only every day were a free day, to be able to get far more work done. Certainly unique. Busy chiseling an entire thing. Discord? Discord needs to be quiet.
Right.
New additions should keep things lively, I think. I hope this club serves as a platform. Yep. Alright, now for Old Scroll House time. I am going to quickly save, which means it's going to do weird things to my stream. I am very sorry about this. I wish there was a way to fix it. It's weird. Coming back out, there's going to be the weird corner thing, because of course there is. Gonna let that sit a moment. I wish there was a way to fix that. Okay. Everything looks good and we're back in order. Front doors are locked. I'm not sensing that mysterious presence anymore. It seems to have dissipated or something. Oh, of note from when we looked at it earlier. Maybe it was just my imagination after all. Once I start exploring the old schoolhouse, I get the feeling I won't have any time left to do anything else today. So before I go in, I should check and make sure I've taken care of everything else on my to-do list. The time of day will advance to evening. As a result, all daytime bonding events and quests will expire. Use the old schoolhouse key, because yes, we are sure we are good. I wonder if anyone else might be interested in exploring this place with me. I should try calling them. After the story is progressed a bit further. So we can only take Elliot and Gaius with us. Sorry for headset noises. Can't believe we're coming back in here again. I really don't think this is a good idea. Well, that's because it probably isn't, and neither of us would blame you one bit if you turn back. It's not too late. No thanks, I'll come with you. We've got that practical exam next week after all. I need to familiarize with myself with this horrible staff as much as possible before then. Besides, if I turn back, I'd just wind up worrying myself sick about the two of you. Well, that's very kind, thank you. There are only 3 of us, though, so we'll need to watch the others' backs and proceed with caution. Your underground area should be just through the main door, correct? Yep. That should take us right to the room where we thought the stone gargoyle. Best go that way rather than falling through the trapdoor again. No arguments here. I really hope that thing hasn't regenerated yet. So, now we get to take a moment to look around inside here. The stairs are taken out. We can't go up. Doesn't even look like there's... Okay, no, there's a way around from there. And then those hallways are filled in. Kinda sad that you can't actually come here and examine the trapdoor that's here.
Right!
It's my turn.
I've got this!
Nothing to really look at. So instead, we head on down. Well, at least that monster isn't here anywhere from the looks of it. It doesn't look like we found any more creepy statues ready to come to life either. Wait, did it always look like this in here? No. The room's definitely smaller than it was last time we were here. I'd say it's about half the size, maybe even less. And there are things present here that weren't here previously. Like that door. I don't remember that door. There being a door there last time. I don't remember there being one either. At this point, I'm not sure what to believe anymore. Strange as though it may be, we should get a closer look at it. This is essentially why we came here, after all. Yep, so as the headmaster mentioned, things seem to shift around on their own in here. Unbelievable. This isn't even the same place. I don't remember passing through an area like this at all. I don't either, because we didn't. The entire layout down here has changed completely. How? I can sense new types of monsters here too. What do you think we should do, Rean? Principal sent us down here to investigate these mysterious changes, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Now that we've seen just how major these changes are, there's no way we can go back empty-handed. We should head as far in as we're able. Here we go then. May the gods be with us. Alright, let's do this. I forgot to go to the place and do orbment stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna remove this, give you evade, because you need that. Poison attacks and traps can poison enemies. I made mistakes, but I'm going to do what I can. What could this be? It doesn't look like any orbment charging station. So it's some kind of device for sure, but whatever it is, it doesn't seem to have any power right now. Alright. I haven't done enough runs of this game to dictate if this is a roguelike section of the game. I don't know if these rooms change every time we go down it, but we will find out. We will fuck around and find out. Slug-like? This one could prove awkward to fight. Not if we make good use of our combat links. Yeah, we shouldn't have any trouble against a monster like that if we work together. We should put our link ability to the test then. Absolutely, let's show this thing what we're made of. Combat links. The grand mechanic of fighting in this game. That connects Arcus users to each other by sharing sensory input and mental impulses with one another. Fighting battles and viewing bonding events increases Link XP. And when enough Link XP has been earned, characters' Link level will increase at a higher rank. Link level between two characters will increase a variety of Link abilities that you can use. Link level 1 assist. So when you unbalance an enemy, so striking with a with a type of weapon that they are weak against, you get follow-up attacks with the assists. Finishing blow, as it shows as the Link level 2, is a follow-up to the assist if the enemy is within killing range of the attack. Combat links can be assigned through the tactics section of the camp menu. This is something that's actually fairly important and we will have to work on slowly. I'm just checking something. We should form a combat link before trying to engage the enemy. Okay, it's forcing me to do it from the tactics menu. Good thing I maybe check the tactics menu. We'll link to Gaius. Always try to get a surprise attack on these guys.
The wind's behind us. Let's go!
Link attacks performing certain tasks give us a chance to unbalance enemies. Successfully unbalancing enemies will allow you to perform follow-up attacks while they are off balance. The likelihood of unbalancing enemies depends on the enemy's unbalanced efficiency and the type of weapon used to attack it. So, Reen wields a slashing type weapon. Against the palm enemy provided, slashing type weapons have a C rank chance of unbalance.
Go!
Most enemies will only ever have up to 3 unbalanced stars. You get the 4th unbalanced star via combat effects. Slash.
My turn.
And now we are able to see that slashing has a 4-star rank chance of not affecting. If you look down at the bottom of the screen, when you are selecting enemy types, it shows what types of damage you do. Green does S rank slashing. Gaius does S rank thrusting. But Elliot here has D rank in slash and thrust and C rank in pierce and strike. And that is because he uses the Orbital Staff, which is an energy-based weapon. So we're just going to use him
Keep it up,
to set up a heal. I think with most, if not all, arts, it's impossible to unbalance an enemy. And some and Crass will specifically note if they can unbalance or not.
You're open.
Basic attacks always have their base chance to unbalance.
There. Go.
The follow-up assist attack can only hit one enemy
Leave it
even
to
if
me.
you hit 2 with the initial attack.
Right.
It basically is just a system that allows you to get 3 attacks as you go through a fight.
Go. Now's our chance. Here. It's my turn.
Right. Oh, we did it.
If we can master these combat links, I'm sure they'll prove useful in the battles ahead. We should probably try and practice as much as possible while the stakes are low and get as used to them as we can. Yeah, indeed. Oh, and scratch an itch. You can now access the links in section of the camp menu. Near future of vital importance to battle ahead, switching between party members, yada yada yada. Link attacks only occur when the enemy is unbalanced. Yada 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 stuff I can explain later on. Crits will always unbalance. And the crit damage will apply to the assisted attack. Chest. And a bunch of extra Sepith. I'm always going to do my cheat off. I didn't get the stun, but
Here we go.
attacking from the back, I got single advantage, and there's a lot of them.
All
I'm
right,
going
let's
to
do this.
buff.
Right. It's my turn. open! Go!
My turn.
I'm gonna link up because I actually got crit.
Let's go.
Turbo through the enemy turn.
Right. Keep it up, everyone.
Now I'm gonna drop the enemy
Here we go!
beat. That's a problem. Except they made them all
There.
hit to Autumn Leaf.
It's my turn.
And I can hit them both with the Stinger.
Together, we're
That
unbeatable.
was worrisome. Item. We can use this on Elliot. Also, I should show that we can cook mid-dungeon. We're gonna cook with
This turns out
Elliot on
okay.
this one.
This looks pretty nice.
Soft and fluffy as the superb. And then we'll do one more meal cook with
Alright, I'll give it a try.
Gaius. Give it a try.
Huh, not bad.
Of note, when cooking with Elliot, the second omelet cures KO, which is good to have. Furia Bomb. Mint Drop. I hit the wrong button. That's gonna mess with the stream for a second. I'm very sorry. Alright, we should be back to normal. We're back to normal. There is stuff for filling out the bestiary. I don't want to fight every enemy because it could get tedious,
Now's our chance. Let's
but
go!
I'll do at least some fighting. Because I do want to get these characters at least a little leveled for other purposes.
There! Leave it to me. You're open! Go!
My turn. Keep it up, everyone.
Go! There! Leave it to me. Now!
My turn. Keep it up, everyone.
Go!
Turbo mode is fun, but it hurts when you're trying to be accurate.
There!
Tend to still work.
It's my turn.
Right.
Go!
Oh, we did it.
Antidote Mint Drop. That's not what I wanted. My bad again. This... Ooh. Okay, we should be back to normal. I'm sorry.
Now's our
Slap him in the
chance.
back.
We can do this.
My turn.
Make up to him.
There. Go. Here. All right.
Yell Stinger.
My turn. Give it up, everyone.
My turn. There. Now's a chance. Here. It's my turn. We're open. Go.
My turn.
My turn. Now's a chance.
I'll pick you up. Right.
It's my turn. There.
With 3 party members, it's a little awkward. When you have 4 and you can have equal number of
Must
them,
wins must be on our
things are
side.
fine.
Great.
All right.
Blue Lullaby. Puts foes to sleep, does damage,
Just getting
but
started.
it can't unbalance. Chest here.
Oh, a treasure chest.
White glasses. Nothing of note. I don't want to fight that. Actually, I should just
It's my
for
turn.
completion's sake.
There. The wind's behind us. Let's go. Here we go. All right, let's do this. Right. Leave it to me.
Weak the wind.
Right.
Oh, and I've got critical. As much as I want to show off Blue Lullaby, I need the critical for the chain.
Now. My turn.
And then Blue Lullaby immediately after.
My turn. There. Go.
I'll pick you up. Okay, that
Nice
was
work,
tough.
Double teamed, you get for every time you do an assist attack. Overkill, first strike, double kill, unscathed. Okay, that also gave us white glasses as an accessory. Prevents blind. And that can be useful.
We made it through.
Alright. Considerable power from it, very different compared to the other orbital chargement stations. These ones you can restore your health. And your usual EP. But you can also do your other quartz stuff with it. I'm actually going to open a slot on everyone and 2... Ooh, I can't because he needs time for that. So, and then I'm going to make some stuff. I'm out of... Oh, what do I want though? Okay. Move, airstrike, firebolt, yeah. Okay, I opened them up, but I can only really slot in an attack here. That should be fine. This is fine. Just let me check something. I just need to check a couple messages I got. Continuing on. Boss time.
Watch out! This is a tough one! My turn!
I'm actually gonna learn myself guys to open up and
All
motivate.
right, let's do this! Leave it to me! Alright!
And he hit us with blindness. Not what I wanted.
You're open!
My turn!
Fortunately, you cannot miss those. I'm
Keep it
gonna
up, everyone!
drop the resounding welcome. Resounding beat.
All right.
Counter. What are your resistances? Okay, you are resistant to seal, high likelihood to freeze, for sleep. You can even hit by sleep, blind, mute, faint. Sleep's the only one to really have a consistent way to affect. So, Gale Stinger. Gonna just hit you with the attack.
There! Now's a chance!
Gonna spread out everyone by getting hit on the other side.
My turn!
I got the poison off of that. That's not bad. Since this doesn't unbalance, I don't need to be late. I'm fishing for the sleep there.
We're open! Go! Here we go! Go! Here! Go on! It's my turn. There!
My turn!
Basically just chaining their attacks into each other. Ooh, got the sleep. Because he is asleep, this is guaranteed crit.
Now's a chance! Here! It's my turn.
Ow, he punched me with a crit.
My turn. Now's a
Got a
chance!
crit on our turn.
My turn!
Him.
Keep
We're
it up,
gonna
everyone!
keep so that they heal again. Hit in the back.
My turn.
Got slash.
All right.
Yep, basically that's all it is.
Blizz must be on our side.
Also, yeah, I need to remember to turn off turbo mode when I get the kills, so that you don't get on the team up screens a bunch of jumbled. Yeah, good job. Elliot. Oh, why didn't Elliot get? They should have identical XP amounts. Oh, that's weird. I'm sorry, Elliot.
I did it. Nice.
Still, made it through. Sure, we sure did, and I'm really starting to get the hang of these combat links now, too. Feels like the arc has practically synchronized my breathing with the two of you. If you note their actual animation cycles, they are in sync. That's a good way to put it. It's a strange feeling, but not a bad one. I think we've reached the end of the line, however. Sure looks that way. I didn't see any other routes we could have taken. It really does seem like the entire structure of these ruins has changed completely since we were last here. Yeah, it's a little hard to believe. I guess that means we're done here. We should head back outside. Okay. As long as the route we took getting here hasn't suddenly shifted on us, we should have no trouble finding our way back. Our bonds have been strengthened, the exploration party. There's nothing here in this room that I am missing. Doesn't look like it. Is it just me, or was that thing definitely not glowing before? No, I'm quite certain it wasn't. If something caused it to turn on, then we should go to have a closer look. Warp to the entrance! Fast travel in the dungeon to help us quickly get out here. What just happened? It seems you returned to the entrance. But we were just at the exit. This place really is nothing but mysteries. And with that, if we end investigation, we are done. Gomi Gome! Gomi Gomi, thank you for the follow. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Please do speak up in chat if you've got anything you want to say. We were in there for ages. We should probably go give our principal. Would you mind coming with me? Not at all. Let's go. Meow. Well, this is certainly unexpected. So the layout has changed completely since last month. I knew something was amiss there, but I had no idea it had progressed to such an extent. Do you have anything about the origins of those ruins? Looks like they predate the school by, well, a lot. I'm afraid I can't be certain who constructed them, nor exactly how long they've been around. But you're correct, they've existed for at least several hundred years before this academy was founded. All signs point to their construction occurring sometime during the Dark Ages. The Dark Ages? You mean the chaotic period that began after the Great Collapse 1200 years ago? Yeah, I super enjoy this game, Gomi Gomi. I'm just gonna say Gomi, easier, or how it's supposed to, or you can tell me how it's supposed to be pronounced. Trails of Cold Steel has been one of my favorite games that I've found recently. It's super fun to play. I've played through 1 and 2 entirely already, so this isn't a blind run. Okay, Gomi, it's fine. And yeah, no, this isn't entirely a blind run, but well, it's not a blind run at all. I've played the entire game. There's just some side content I haven't done, and I'm hoping to do, as well as I'm planning to play through all of this game and all of 2 while linking the saves, because you can do that between the Trails of Cold Steel games. Most of the ruins archaeologists have uncovered from that period are full of strange things, some of which seem to have been made with technology we don't even fully understand. We're talking magic, alchemy, but the inside of a building completely changing its layout, I have to say, that's a new one. Definitely not normal. Indeed, no record of such a phenomenon exists in the Academy's records. We have a bona fide mystery on our hands, it would seem. Well, I'll try to have a look around, look around the place myself when I get a chance. I've been curious about it ever since I started working here. I greatly appreciate that. Schwarzer, Craig, Warzel, Thank you very much for all of your hard work. It was no trouble at all. I'm happy to have been of assistance. Yeah, it was always good to help. If you'll please excuse us then. How's the stream looking? Everything has been fine? I haven't noticed any issues in frame rate or anything, so everything looks good. And how do I sound? I do just want to ask as well. The three of you did pretty well, and it seems you're getting the hang of using your Arcus too. Combat links definitely did make our battles in the ruins a lot easier. They could prove a powerful asset, if we were able to master them. Hard to get the timing right, though. Well, just keep at it. You'll need to be forming links with your other classmates eventually, too, after all. And let me reiterate once again, you've all done very well today. That sound good. Frames are also good. That's good to hear. I'm constantly worried about that. My stream setup isn't super well right now, as it's literally just being the raw streams function straight off of the PS4. But it seems to be running stable, and I can still manage it from my laptop, so everything's good. Especially Irene, I'm expecting great things from you next time too. I'll do my... Wait a second, what do you mean next time? Well, the way I see it, you're a natural at this, so why stop now? Besides, with how busy our poor student council president is, don't you just want to do everything you can to help her out? Well, I guess I do feel kind of bad for her, but... Okay, fine. I'm in, I guess. That's our reading. I'll pass the good news on to Toa then. Oh, and the principal has given the okay for you to keep hold of that old schoolhouse key. You're welcome to go poke around inside again any time you wish. Anyway, I'll be seeing you kids later. Toodles! Are you sure you're alright with this, Reen? Yeah, I'm sure. It's not like I'm signed up to any clubs. As long as I don't wind up with too many more than I already had, I'll be fine. Well, okay then. But if you need any assistance, please let me know. It's really no trouble. Same goes for me. I'll be happy to come with you next time you go into the old schoolhouse too. Quest Old Schoolhouse Mystery completed. A seal quartz and additional bonding point. So now we get to pick from Elisa, Toa. If I am correct here, it's just Elisa or Toa. So, the girl we've had issues with since the start of everything, and she fell on top of us, or go hang out with the student council president. We get to go and talk to one of those two. Any preferences? Or do you need a refresher on the characters? Looks like a reserved noble, but says what she really thinks, surprisingly naive and meddling. Elisa R. Or... that's not the right button. Nor is that. There we go. Toa, president of the student council, very hardworking. Oh, so you've played the game before? That didn't come across when you mentioned when you asked if I liked it. Okay, yeah, we can absolutely go see the Toa event as well. Okay. That's perfectly understandable being curious about it, but yeah. I think I did the Elisa event on my first playthrough as well, so... I haven't seen the Toa event, I don't think. Good work today, Rean. Turns out your assistance was just what we needed. I'm glad I could take a bit of weight off your shoulders. You really did. George really appreciated your help too. I'm amazed you managed to take care of all of that and investigate the old schoolhouse. If you need a hand, just let me know. My schedule's pretty flexible. I mean, I'll be at Thor's all year. Thanks. You should head back to the dorms and get some well-deserved rest. She still seems pretty busy. We will be spending time with Student Council President Toa. Are you still busy? I'd be happy to help if you need a hand. I've already spent the day working, so a bit more won't kill me. Are you sure? You must be really tired. Don't worry about it. I can do a little more if it'll help you out. Thanks, Rean. That's really kind of you. Well, if you insist. Rean helped Toa take care of the day's paperwork. Once they were done, she treated him to some tea. Do let me know if I need to slow down on my reading at all, because I do realize I am blitzing a little through it. Phew, finally done. You had a lot on your plate. Now I see how busy the student council can be. There's so much to get done that I almost always have to take work home with me to finish everything in time. Now you're fine? Okay, good, thank you. Are you sure you're okay with this, though? What do you mean? Well, you said that you'd help us next month, too, right? Trust me, you shouldn't feel obligated to help just because your instructor told you to. It's fine, I mean it. Besides, it's not like I'm getting anything out of it. It's not like I'm not getting anything out of it. Yeah, I can't let the chance Instructor Sarah has given me go to waste. I need to branch out, try new things. That's the only way I'll figure out what I want to do with my life. I put a lot of effort into getting into this academy, and I'm going to make my time here count. I'm going to be blunt here, Rean. Do you really need to push yourself like this? Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing your best and helping other people out. I'm a big fan of both. But at the same time, it's important to take the time to just sit back and rest, too. You need to have a balance. Because if you don't, there may come a time when you want to work towards something important that important to you, but can't. Oh, sorry. Wow, things really got heavy there. I probably shouldn't be saying all this when I hardly even know you. But, I just don't want to see you hurt yourself by going overboard or anything. Because you're just as important as anyone else in the Academy, even if you don't realize it yourself. Thank you, President Toa. I was kind of worried about being able to do enough while I was here, but this is kind of like a weight off my shoulders. That's good then. And if you're ever feeling tired, feel free to come visit me. At the very least, I'll make you some nice hot tea and we can talk things over. Roger. I don't think I've ever met anyone with such a soothing personality. She's right though, pushing myself to do too hard could really burn me out. Your bond with Toa strengthened. Alright, I think I will quickly run around and go talk to the other characters that are available, just to see. Practice came to an end largely without issue today. However, it seems as though cleanup duty has been left to us first years. Or I should rephrase, left to Elisa. She really is so kind and wholesome. And she only gets better in the later on in this game and in the next game. She's so good. It would be foolish to expect a lady of my standing to perform such menial tasks. Where is Laura? Laura's supposed to be in this building. There you are. So, if you wouldn't mind, I'm interested in joining the swimming club. I would immensely appreciate it if you could spare a little bit of your time to help me train. Of course, I'd be happy to help. But I'm not in charge of your admission to the club, so there's no need to be so formal. We're both new here after all. Wait, really? I was totally under the impression that she was a second year. I didn't realize she was a noble either. I hope I didn't offend her. I admit I was surprised at her sudden interest, but this is good news. If she wants to join the swimming club, then we should welcome her with open arms. Yeah, no, Toa is absolutely one of my favorites in the game. She's just so kind and down to earth. Courtyard is where Fee is. You seem pretty tired, Fee. Yeah, I'm thinking about taking a nap here. I don't know if you noticed, but it's gotten pretty late. This might not be the best place to sleep right now. Fine. Fee is small. Protect Fee. Head pats for Fee. And then Elisa, if she'll talk to us right now. What do you want? I'm in the middle of something if you didn't notice. Wait, are you on cleanup duty all on your own? That's part of our job as new recruits. There was a noble girl here too, but she went home. Why am I even telling you this? I don't need to explain myself to you. Doesn't seem like she's gonna forgive me anytime soon. So instead of talking to her, we just leave. Okay. So I think now we just head back to... I'm always going to check the auditorium, because it's only unlocked at certain times and I never know when. Yeah, we just head back to Tristan at this point. The music in this game is absolutely amazing. It's so relaxing, so good. And it gets better as time goes on. Oh, Margius is down here. The lower class chess club will be closed down if we keep losing like this. That's so unfair. Chess isn't just meant for nobles. So the noble's reign of terror extends all the way to club activities. Mind telling me a bit more about this? Yeah, no, the music in these games is so good. And it gets even better. We're still at just the very start of this game. Oh hey, we meet again. You up for some fishing? Oh wow. That's some pretty significant buffs. How many points do I got? 17? I'm actually going to very quickly get the points to get that badge. It's actually pretty good. But yeah, in the future I do plan on doing like a big side quest stream of just, we're gonna read all the books, go do a bunch of fishing, and just progress all of the side content as much as possible. Pretty big, and that gives me the points I need. This also gives me free water sepith, so that's actually not that bad. I'm gonna take that. That's an actually fairly good accessory to keep on me. I should probably go check the extra pawn and... Nope, I said I would do that later. I'm going to keep to my word and do that later. Is there anyone else sitting around here? Ah, Gaius and Elliot are down over here. Hey, Reed. Oh, hey, guys. Thanks again for going to the old schoolhouse with me. I don't think things would have gone half as smoothly if you hadn't. No worries, we're all here to support each other. But seriously, what's going on in there? Last time I checked, most buildings didn't change around their interiors on their own. Yeah, it beats me. I guess we'll have to... Just beat Cold Steel 3 and patiently waiting on Cold Steel 4 PC release. So I've beat Cold Steel 1 and 2. I've had a friend suggest that I go back and play Trails in the Sky first, second, third before getting into 3 and 4 just to get some extra background lore stuff. So I'm actually currently on my own side working on playing through Trails in the Sky. I have 1 and 2, and I'll probably get 3 and 4 on PS4, just because that way I can transfer the saves all the way across. For Cold Steel. But I guess we'll find out now that we've been asked to do regular inspections. We did accept the original request, so personally I'd like to see this through to the end. Same here. It is a little bit intimidating, though. Anyway, let's head back in next month. Glad I've got you two to back me up. The games have been so fun. Emma's in the bookstore. There she is. I just joined the I don't know why I failed to speak there. I just joined the literature club. I've always loved reading ever since I was young, so I'm rather excited to try writing something for myself. I just hope I'm able to keep up with Dorothy's level of dedication. Also, I thought Cold Steel 4 was already on PC. But I suppose that I'm probably just confused because it's on PS4 right now. There goes my plans for a relaxing evening. Judging by that irritating voice, I'm afraid the pest outside is exactly who I think it is. So you know him, just his name. Perhaps I should return to the dorm for the day. I'd rather not talk with him if I can avoid it. Outside? Who is he referring to? Ah, Patrick. Oh, how I wish you two were there to see my performance at the fencing club today. With my sheer skill and experience, even the second year I faced stood no chance. Truly amazing, Patrick. He was a fool to think he could compare to you. actually kind of curious if we can find logins after that duel. Hope you tune in. Knights tonight, where are we already? Is everything perfect? Where the hell's our host? What in the world is she doing? It's awfully busy here. Son came to the station to meet me on the way back from work. Just knowing it, you have someone to greet you when you get home makes all the work exhaustion fade away. I'm honestly curious if we can find logins. I'm kind of invested in it now. We're gonna go look around and see if we can find the guy. I don't want to think he actually lost to Patrick. Nope, nothing here. He wasn't in the bookstore, so dorms maybe? Not there. Maybe the lower class dorms, or he'd be at the gymnasium. Grab some dinner, get a cafeteria. Nope, not here. So I'm gonna check the gymnasium. That would make sense. Except it's closed. Where he could have gone. Probably inside the main building? Or the library? The side stories and the detailed side stories that you get just from talking to NPCs are so interesting in this game. Not here, so main building. Oh, Sarah's here. The old schoolhouse has been here ever since the Dark Ages, so I figure it might have a few interesting secrets. Never expected to add whole new floors, though. Me neither, but I guess that's all the more reason we should keep an eye on it. Right, so just so you know, we're planning on having you poke around down there again next month. We'll probably just get in touch with the student council again when the time comes. I think I'll start poking around in there myself from time to time, though, just to be sure. Well, I'm already this deep into mystery, so I'll help out wherever I can. Glad I can count on you. Principal. There she is working on her thing. Cooking club. No one else in any other room, so check the roof. No, but you're here. Is she first year? I don't think I've seen her around before. You're Rean from Class 7, aren't you? Yeah, that's right, but how did... Well, you're certainly an interesting one, aren't you? It's not every guy whose first day sees him falling face first into the chest of the girl he's trying to protect. Rumor must have spread like wildfire at this academy. My name is Burl. I sincerely hope that we meet again. Thanks. She seems like she's a few cards short of a full deck. I actually don't know where you're getting on. Yeah, it's Verl. She's interesting. I don't know what else to say about her. Maybe I should check the house. Just gonna do this French itch. Nope, all good here. I guess you can't find logins right now. That's actually surprising to me. I suppose I'll just have to find them whenever it lets me talk to them again. Or no, I didn't check the clothes store, did I? Nope. And no. Interesting. If it's getting dark, so be it. If the night time will progress, we will enter the dorm.
Not bad. But I don't think I can manage much more than this. I guess I should just be grateful I was able to pass the beginner examination at all. Better do some studying. It sounds like this is going to be a busy week, what with that ominous practical exam looming over us. I do have that radio from George here. We had that Orbital radio back home, too. Never knew they made them this small, though. Let's see. Which station is Radio Trista? Ah, there we go.
It's 9 p.m. and you're listening to Radio Trista. Welcome, welcome. Don't touch that dial, listeners. You found the right place to be tonight. It's time for the start of a brand new program here on Radio Trista, coming at you promptly every Sunday. I call it Abend Time, after the word for evening. Might be a little cliched, but sometimes simple is best, right? Clichés are clichés for a reason, after all. Anyway, my name is Misty, and I'll be your host. Hopefully I'll get to feature some famous guests at some point, so be sure you tune in every week or you might miss them.
You know, she's got a pretty nice voice.
Going back and playing games is always so interesting when you know things.
This might be good to leave on in the background while I'm working.
I hope life
I'll
is
leave it
treating
at
all
that.
of you well this month as we slowly near the end of April. Here in Trista, the beautiful Lino flowers have passed their peak and begun to wilt. But wilting flowers are beautiful in their own way, as they serve to remind us just how fleeting this existence truly is. I'm sure many of our listeners are students, busy with the challenges of adjusting to their new lives. But what harm is there in taking a moment to admire nature every now and again? It's good for what ails you, I say.
Okay, let's get your practical exam started, shall we? To be completely clear from the outset, this exam is about more than just testing your physical strength and stamina. It's designed to hone in on how capable you are of making strategic combat decisions on the fly. Defeating your opponent quickly is a good thing, certainly, but it won't be enough to score you high marks here.
Huh. Interesting.
So we're going to have to use our heads for this one, huh?
You'll see. Anyway, let's get this month's exam started, shall we? Rean, Elliot, Gaius, you're up first. Please step forward.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Got it.
Poor Elliot. Everything should be good, I think. We got that new accessory. Let me make sure everyone's quartz is in order. Soul Blur. Okay, I want this one on you. I'll slot the poison onto you. I want the Soul Blur on Rean because I like having him on speed. But that also comes with the chance to inflict faint.
All right, then. Here we go.
What's that?
A monster?
No. I'm not sensing any life coming from it at all.
That's right. Think of it like a scarecrow. Only it's a moving scarecrow. I've set its parameters fairly high, though, so it is formidable. Make good use of your Arcus's combat link abilities, for example, and I bet it'll be a piece of cake.
So that's what you're playing at.
All right. Begin!
Winds, give us your blessing.
Meet following conditions, no one is knocked out
My
during
turn.
battle. Alright, link up with you.
Alright, let's do this!
Always need to motivate.
Right. Give it up, everyone!
Drop the zombie
Leave it to me.
beats.
We're open! Go! Come on! Here we go!
That shows us the
There!
weaknesses.
Go!
Cutter to other side.
Alright.
Should check this as well. 50% for most of everything. Nothing is ever affected by Petrify, so we never need to worry about that. There's a good reason to try to use that. I'm just going to use Blue Lullaby, it doesn't matter.
Go!
I think I will throw Soul Blur at it, just to see how that works.
It's my turn. We're open! Go! My turn! There!
Autumn Leaf will interrupt the dart. No special resistances, so I'm going to activate it.
Go! There!
On
my
the
turn.
other side.
Go!
My
Double
turn.
team. Can I get all three of us?
Give it up,
Yes,
everyone!
I'm going to take my way into extra stats.
That's that. Let's keep
And
moving.
win.
All right.
Ellie got the level up you got cheated out of. Oh, my sound effects is louder than my voice? Thank you for letting me know. I will
We won.
modify that in a moment.
Don't know how, though.
Thanks for letting me know. Don't know how, though.
Not bad. Not excellent use of combat links, too. Seems like the practice you got in the old schoolhouse really paid off.
It just may have.
Oh?
Have those three been training in secret?
All right, on to the second group. Laura, Emma, Eustace.
That was tougher than I thought it would be. It does seem like combat links are the key to fighting it effectively, though.
That's rather unfortunate.
Instructor, may I ask a question? What exactly was that marionette we just fought?
Yeah, that thing was weird. Machine, maybe? I've never seen anything else like it.
Just a little something I got roped into working with a while back. I'd rather not use it if I don't have to, but I can't deny it serves as a valuable function. And it's rather customizable, too. I mean, it did its job quite well during our test, didn't it?
I get the feeling there's a whole lot she'd rather not tell us.
Anyway, that brings this month's practical exam. But as you might recall, I told you I had a big announcement for you today, too. Are you all ready to hear what it is? I'll give you a hint. It's about a special part of Class 7's curriculum. Give up? Well, I'll come clean. The special task you're about to be assigned is none other than a field study.
Field study?
Oh, I don't like the sound of this one bit.
You'll be split into two groups, A and B, and each sent to a different location. And while you're there, you'll be given a number of tasks to complete. Doesn't that sound like fun?
We only just got to the academy, and we're already being sent somewhere else?
Will you not be coming with us, instructor?
Oh, of course not! It'd be much too easy for you if I were there to bail you out every time the waters of life came seeping in. You've got to be cruel to be kind and all that.
Well, I'm certainly not opposed to a challenge if it allows me to advance my training.
Instructor Valentine, where exactly will we be going, and when?
Ah, yes, about that. As I said, you'll be split into two groups, A and B. Each of you, please come forward and take one of these to see how the groups have been divided and where each is being sent.
Huh?
Reen, Elisa, Laura, Elliot going to Keldon. Emma, Marcus, Eustace, Fee, and Gaius going to Parm. The Spinning Town. I'm curious as to why it's called the Spinning Town. We'll probably find out at some other time. But they put Marcus and Eustace on the same team. For some reason.
What?
Well, these are certainly some interesting groupings.
Keldic and Parm. Are they both in Erebonia?
Yeah, Keldic's a market town on the east side of the Empire.
And Parm is situated in the deep south. It's known for its spinners. All that way? How irritating.
I'm less worried about where we're going than the utter lack of sense that went into these groupings.
Unbelievable.
You'll be leaving this weekend, and we'll be out in the field for 2 days' time. Your means of reaching your respective locations will, of course, be by train. So do make sure you're thoroughly prepared, rested, and rearing to go before...
Thank you for everything.
jump 2 days ahead. Hopefully I get control so I can modify sound effects.
I still haven't been able to apologize to her. We can't exactly avoid working with one another when we're in the same group. I'm sure this is pretty awkward for her too, so I really want to say something, but when am I... Morning, Elisa. You're, we don't have to be here for another 20 minutes.
Well, the same goes for you. What time did you wake up?
Around... Though, I always try to be up by then.
Oh, morning practice? Oh, you haven't joined any clubs, have you? So I guess not.
How does she know that? No, it's just a force of habit. I've gotten used to waking up early. You're in the lacrosse club, right? So I'm guessing you do have to deal with morning practice sometimes.
Yeah, twice a week, apparently.
I'm
really sorry.
Well,
why are you apologizing? That was certainly interesting. But no, I really am sorry. I knew it was just an unfortunate accident from the very beginning. I mean, I was on top of you. I just... I kind of lost my head, and before I knew it, I'd slapped you. And you had your hands out like you were trying to catch me, right? So if anything, I should be thanking you.
Don't worry about it. That trapdoor was obviously designed so we wouldn't get hurt from the fall. If I hadn't tried to play the hero, I wouldn't have been pinned under you, and none of this would have happened.
There's no way you could have known that, though. No matter how you look at it, I'm the one in the wrong here. So thank you for trying to protect me. And sorry again.
No, it's... Sorry, I have trouble with these kinds of things. My little sister is always getting on my case for being so easily flustered.
Oh, you have a younger sister? That's a question for another time. I think I'm the same way. I've been trying to apologize for the past couple weeks now, but every time I set my mind to it, I always just wound up avoiding you.
Really? You did try to help me out in class last week, though.
Oh, you noticed. I was hoping that would give us a chance to talk. Though you didn't need my help in the end, so it didn't really do much good.
I still appreciate the thought.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear it. Anyway, we've safely established that what happened wasn't your fault, but the result of it is another issue entirely.
What are...
Oh, come on! You have to know what...
This is still in regards to the accident and...
Yes! Specifically the part where you're... You know... And I forbid you from ever thinking about that, ever! Forget it ever happened. Are we clear?
Yes! Perfectly! Trying to avoid thinking about it is just going to make it harder to forget, huh? Oh, good morning.
Good morning. A lovely day, isn't it?
You two certainly got here early. Looks like you finally managed to make up to...
What?
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it. It's been a bit trying watching the two of you simmer these past weeks. And I know Elisa has been desperate to apologize for her behavior this whole time.
Whoa, what? That's only because I thought it would be awkward for two people who aren't talking to work together in the same group. Don't go getting the wrong idea or any...
Whatever you say.
Well, as long as the...
Now that we're all here, let's say we head out. The train's not due for a while longer, so this could be a good opportunity. We can swing by a few shops and stock up on supplies before heading to the state.
The Academy's facilities are supposed to be open early today, too.
Oh, that's perfect. We can make use of the Engineering Club's facilities before we head out, too.
Shall we depart, then?
Okay, perfect. Let's quickly fix. Oh, that's why. Let's just set the full blast. I'm okay. So you can keep the background music up, sound effects can always go down, voice can stay up, and I'll modify it if ever needed. There we go, that should be better. I don't got fancy volume sliders going on right now, so just whatever the options menu allows me to do, will have to do. Mint quartz. I'm stealing my stuff back from you guys. And now we also have Elisa and Laura. Now we can actually look at what they get for their primary Master Quartz. Elisa gets Angel, automatically recover from a KO, and recovers 10% of HP, CP, and activates once per battle. It is extremely powerful as it sounds, especially since she also starts with Thalas and Golden Sphere. Golden Sphere, we saw Eustace had that in the prologue. It's an AoE attack spell. Thalas, though, is a res spell. That's your Phoenix Down spell. And that is really good to have. She starts with Heat Wave, a placed AoE, targeted. It's an attack, so it centers on an enemy. And Laura comes with Brave. Begin battle with strength up. 1 turn of strength plus 25%. And she comes with Firebolt, and she has a high focus on strength. Laura is pure attack. There's really no reason to be using arts on her. Her art stats are sad. Okay. Solar. Where can I look at my Sepith amount here? Might be able to go open up some more slots. Let's get up to the engineering building. Oh, we can talk to Toa right now. Headed out on a field study today, aren't you? Feels pretty good to see all our hard work finally paying off like this. Never mind, it's nothing important. What is important, though, is making sure you're well prepared before we send you off. It's time to... If you need me to look at your Argus, just ask. Modify exchange slots. I can't open that one, but I can open this one for you. But that's going to eat all of my Sepith no matter what I do, huh? Okay, it's better opening one on green. We saw that Laura has a blue slot only, so we'll make her a shield that she can use. everything else I think we're going to save on. So I open this up. I'll slot the evade into you. You need a normal healing spell on you. And you can take shield, which increases your arch defense. Perfect. Weapons. How much money do I have? 480. Not much, but I think I have some Sepith mass on me. This unfortunately is the boring part of JRPGs, is when you have to gear for stuff. Shop, exchange, chuck, Sepith. Buy. No, actually, everyone's got what they need. Okay. Don't need to worry about that right now, then. And I can leave that as is. When I get to Celdic, there'll probably be new gear I need to buy. But we will go quickly run and talk to Toa, because she is on the map. She's alone in the student council room, as always. Morning, everyone. Good morning. You're here awfully early. Well, I've got a lot of work to take care of today, so I might as well get a jump start on it before lessons start. That's some real dedication. Oh yeah, you have your field study today, right? I'm sure it'll be hard work, but if the instructors wouldn't send you out if it wouldn't pay off in the end. So give it everything you've got, and be sure to tell me about it when you get back. We will. Thanks for the support. We won't let you down. Toa's so good. Toa deserves everything in the world. I support Toa. Can we go in the auditorium? I'm always going to check the auditorium. I'm honestly curious. I know there's one side quest later on that lets you in, but I don't know if there's any other point. There's 2 people on back. Oh, that's fishing. Just you two. Okay. I think we're good. Are you all preparing to leave as well? Morning. Good morning. You're all good to go then? Yes, Parm is quite a distance from here. We're not likely to arrive before evening. Considering the relative location, that seems to be an accurate estimate. I guess it's the southernmost town in Erebronia. Makes you realize just how big the Empire is. But, yeah. They still at it, huh? Have they been like this the entire time? I'm afraid so. I think we may have underestimated how deeply rooted their differences are. I'm sick of them already. If only they were as willing to put aside their differences as Rean and Elisa. Oh, now that you mention it, I guess you were finally able to make up with him, huh? It's not like we're getting along that poorly. Besides, we haven't known each other long enough to call it making up. That's good news, Rean. Well done. Thanks, I guess? Why does everyone keep making such a big deal out of it? Passenger service bound for Heimdall are now arriving on platform 2. We ask that all customers utilizing this service please wait on the platform until the train has come to a complete stop. Time to go. Well, best of luck. Best of luck, though here's hoping you don't need it. Getting those two to work together sure doesn't seem like it'll be an easy task. We'll do what we can. Good luck to all of you. Please take care. It's our first field study. Let's show them what we're made of. Of course. Later. I wonder if they'll be okay. Well, as long as Emmett and Gaius are with them, things shouldn't get too out of hand. Now, Fee, I have absolutely no idea what to expect from her. She doesn't really seem like the type to cause a ruckus, at least. I'm concerned for them as well, but I believe we should be focusing on our own trials right now. You're right. Let's go buy our tickets. Welcome. You're the students from Class 7, correct? And your destination today is Keldic? Yes, that's right. Guess they are ready and waiting for us. I suspect Instructor Sarah made considerable preparations on our behalf. Sure looks that way, not that I'm complaining. The train for Keldic will be departing from Platform 1. It's not due just yet, but you can buy your tickets in advance if you'd like and wait for its arrival. Buy tickets and wait. Very good, that's 4 passengers bound for Keldic. We'll have those tickets for you in just a moment. Sorry if my voice is getting a little rough. Been at it for 6 hours now, and it's a bit rougher on my voice than I expected. So it's about an hour to Keldic from here, right? Yes, I believe so. I had to change trains there when I originally came to Trista. Alright, you're from Legram. That would be in the direction of Breahard after changing at Keldic, right? That's correct, after which point it would be necessary to switch again at Breahard. It's situated in a very remote part of the country. Well, you said you could say the same for... Well, it will... I'm falling apart. This is fine. You could say the same for where I'm from, too. As I understand it, Keldic's mostly known as a merchant town, right? Yeah, that's been their main source of tourism for some time, mostly thanks to the Grand Market. Couldn't hurt to go over what we know about the town before we get there. As Elliot stated, Keldic is a market town at its core. It's in the eastern province of Khoisan and has been a major trading hub for a very long time. It's also a major interchange station connecting Heimdallr with Breahard and even Crossfell. The area itself is known for having a large number of granaries, though this has of course been overshadowed in recent years by the aforementioned Grand Market. Virtually anything can be procured there from farm produce, jewels, and Breahard furs to imported goods from afar. That does sound awfully impressive. I'm kinda looking forward to this now. I would be too if I knew we'd actually have a chance to make it chance to take in the sights, but there's no telling what kind of crazy thing Instructor Sarah has planned for us. Boy, isn't that the truth. I can't even hazard a guess as to what this field study might involve. Being part of her curriculum, though, it's a safe bet to assume it won't be easy. If it were, it would hardly be worth the trip. Personally, I'm looking forward to learning the true nature of her excursion. I suppose that is a good way to look at it. Well, we'll find our answer when we get there. We're supposed to drop by the inn as soon as we arrive. There should be an envelope waiting for us there with details on our mission. Yeah, that's right. Still, this whole trip seems eerily well planned out, don't you think? Even the station employees knew we were coming. That just goes to show how high the Academy's expectations for all of you. Whoa, Instructor! I was wondering why you were nowhere to be seen this morning. Looks like Gruppe is all present and accounted for. Good, good. I'm relieved to see the two of you have finally managed to make up. You say that as if it's old news. Have you been spying on us this whole time? So, what brings you here, Instructor? Oh, voice cracks, I'm sorry. I thought you were planning on staying back at the Academy. Well, considering this is your first time out in the field, I assumed you'd be positively lost without me. So I decided to stick around until at least you finish checking in at the inn. Well, thanks, I guess, but I think Group B could have used your help a little more. Would it not have been better for you to accompany the others? But they'd be a nightmare to deal with. I still may have to go to them, though, if those two get out of control, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. See, she knew full well that Eustace and Machias wouldn't get along, but put them in the same group anyway. I did suspect as much, but it's hard to believe she'd confirm it so nonchalantly. Anyway, don't pay me any mind. You feel free to keep talking. I didn't get any sleep last night, so I'm just going to take a little nap right here. What? She's already asleep. incredible. I didn't think I've ever seen anyone less inclined to be an educator than her. Maybe we're better off letting her sleep? I should probably wake her up when we get to Celtic, though. Talk to Elisa. When I came to the Academy, I never thought I'd find myself visiting Grand Market of Celtic as part of my studies. I've read about it before. This will be my first time seeing the place in person. Oh really? Well, field study or no, then, I guess it's still something to look forward to. Is there anything in particular you're hoping to see there? The gems and furs from Bereahard, maybe? They say some of the highest quality goods produced by Bereahard's artisans are sold at the Grand Market. That sounds like it would be worth seeing for sure, though somehow I doubt we'll be able to afford anything there. Still, if we get a chance, we should check it out together while we're in town. That sounds like fun. Hey, almost forgot, I had these. I just picked them up on a whim a little while ago. Elliot held out a pack of Blade cards. Oh, you have the pack too? I just got a set of my own from the pawn shop in Trista. Really, that's perfect then. How about we play a few hands? Seems like we've got some time to kill before we arrive. Do you know the rules? Yeah, they're not that complicated, so I don't think anyone here will have any trouble picking it up. Sounds like a good way to pass the time to me. Indeed, it seems like it could be an enjoyable diversion. Alright, let's give it a try then. While traveling by train, you can play the card game Blade with other members of your group to strengthen your bonds with them. Only the first match with each character will increase your bond with that person, but this will occur whether you win or lose. I do wonder what precisely these field studies will involve. I can't even fathom a guess. Likewise, the weirdest part for me is the divide between Group A and B. Why were we split up and sent to different places? And most bizarrely of all, why were Machias and Eustace placed in the same group? It's like they're just asking for trouble. It does seem quite illogical, but I can only assume there's a hidden purpose to these trips beyond what we've been told. Perhaps multiple purposes requiring multiple groups to fulfill. Yeah, that's my best guess too. There has to be something going on behind the scenes. Which is why I wanted to ask Instructor Sarah a few more questions, but, well... passed out. I don't think she'll be doing much answering. Perhaps she fell asleep deliberately to avoid addressing such concerns. Our instructor is quite the... formidable opponent. That's one way to describe her. Guess we're just going to have to work out the meaning of these field studies on our own. Let's try to talk to Sarah. She really is fast asleep. Out like a baby. I've never seen even a child fall asleep quite as quickly as that. I know I sure couldn't. She must have a natural talent for sleeping. Well, let's not disturb her. We are going to play Blade with each of the characters to get as much bond as possible.
Let's get started.
Blade is basically your...
draw a card.
You want to have the highest score at any given time. And mirrors flop cards. Bolt kills a card. Of notable annoyance is that if you end a turn and your opponent has a higher... If you end your turn and you have either a bolt or mirror left only in your hand, and your opponent beats what you have on the board, they automatically win, even if playing the bolt or mirror would cause you to win guaranteed. It is an annoyance. I prefer to keep just 1 point ahead of my opponent in this.
Bolt! Bolt!
Killed 2 bolts. I'll throw down the mirror.
You can't do that! Bolt! Now you've done it. Bolt!
She had 4 bolts?
Mirror!
What in the world?
I won!
4 bolts in a mirror. Ick. That's disgusting, Elisa. Nope, I wanted to play Blade, not talk to you, Elliot.
Go easy on me, okay? Okay then, let's draw!
2 bolts, 2 mirrors.
Looks like you're up first. The same score means we draw again, right?
Oh, right, and yeah,
Looks
that
like
happens.
you're up first.
Ick. No.
I didn't see that coming. The same score means we draw again, right? Well, looks like I'm up first.
I don't like this.
Bolt!
Really?
Really? You're playing that now? Bolt! Really? You're playing that now? I didn't see that coming. I win!
Ick. I'm losing. Let's one more round with Laura.
Then let us begin our duel.
Okay, that's much more
Please draw a
playable.
card. We're evenly matched. Let's redraw. The first move is yours. I didn't expect that. Divine Bolt! We're evenly matched. Let's redraw.
I didn't want the
Then
force
I'll
to
make
redraw.
the first move. Divine Bolt!
Ick. 5?
Divine Bolt! Well played. We're evenly matched. Let's redraw. Then I'll make the first move. Mirror. Well played. Mirror. An excellent duel.
Oh! I lost all of those. I felt like I just got screwed by the AI on that. I am going to save real quick. This, again, will mess with my stream because it does weird things. Because the save screen is technically not inside the game itself. Coming back. There we go, everything should be back. I wish the save screen didn't do that, but oh well. The rye planted last fall seemed to almost be ready for harvesting. Now, I thought rye could only be harvested in the fall. Well, the soil in this area is supposed to be extra fertile due to the warmer climate, so things are a little different here. The view really is amazing, though. It looks like something out of a painting.
The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all passengers for their patronage. This transcontinental train is bound for Crossbell. The next stop is Keldic. Keldic. Passengers traveling to Bereahard. Please change trains at this stop.
Almost there. Guess I should wake Instructor Sarah.
Wow, so this is Keldic.
It seems like a really relaxing little town, though there are a lot more people here than I expected.
I imagine they've come for the Grand Market. Even merchants from other countries regularly come to see it.
Sounds like this place is as popular with the tourists as the capital then, but for a whole different set of reasons.
Keldic's also widely renowned for their local beer, which they make using rye. But you're all still minors, so I'm the only one here who gets to drink it.
Are you trying to make us jealous?
We don't really care, you know.
Anyway, let me show you to the inn. It's, right over there.
Okay.
Let's go.
Well, well, I hadn't expected to see the Purple Lightning herself in such a quaint little town. And the chicks with her seem like an interesting lot, too. No time for that now. I have more pressing matters to attend to.
Hey there, Margaret. Well, if it isn't Sarah, what are you doing here? I knew the kids were coming, but I didn't think you would be coming with them. Oh, I just figured I'd help them get settled in before I left. And here they are, my lovely little students. Well now, aren't they a useful-looking bunch? It's a pleasure to meet you. We're first years from Thor's Military Academy, Class 7. I'm Reen. I'm Elisa, thank you for putting us up. The pleasure's all mine, I assure you. I'm Margaret, owner of this humble establishment. Sarah, your husband has taken care of all of your arrangements. Come, I'll show you to your room. Thank you, ma'am. Much obliged. I'll leave it to you then. Please, can I get some beer and snacks? I'll bring them right over. You do know it's not even noon though, right? This is the room you'll be staying in tonight. Wait, we're all... Yeah, this is... more than enough space for our needs. Thank you very much. But there are 4 beds, which means... Are you suggesting we sleep in the same room as the boys? I had my doubts about that too, but Sarah insisted, so that's that. I broke the beds into groups of 2 to make things less awkward, but that was the best I could manage. This is going to be a problem. I don't have a problem with it personally, but I can't imagine the girls will be quite as accepting. At least I don't believe we have a choice here. We are military students. We mustn't allow the prospect of mixed gender accommodations phase us. I know that, but in the army, women share rooms with men. It's a fact of life, born of necessity. You'll need to adjust to this reality sooner or later, and this does seem a perfect opportunity. Okay, I get it. Either of you comes anywhere near our beds, I wouldn't dream of it. Likewise. I wasn't talking about you, Elliot. I was referring to a certain someone who already has a history of this kind of thing. Maybe if we chain Rain to the bed. I thought she'd gotten over that. Guess not. Anyway, now that your room's all sorted, let me give you this. Field Study Envelope, April. That's our Academy's emblem. This does this contain our details of our assignment? That's what I've been told, yes. Well, if you need anything during your stay, just let me know. For now, I'll leave you to get settled in. Alright, shall we have a look inside? Yeah. Okay, let's see what we've got. Field Study, Day 1. Assigned Tasks. East Celtic Highway Monster. A dangerous monster has appeared near the highway and it's making it very difficult for us to harvest our crops. Could someone please help us? Monster. Scary dinosaur. Location, a plateau near the East Celtic Highway. My house is alongside the East Celtic Highway. Please stop by if you can. Cyro. Any bright ideas? Client Samus. Wait, Samus? I didn't realize this was in the Metroid universe. Jokes aside, I need someone to replace a malfunctioning orbment light in a road lamp for me. For more details, see me at Odvin's Arms and Orbital Factory. Samus. For the common cold, Father Zerbel. I've run out of some of the ingredients I need to make a particular medicine. I would very much appreciate it if someone could procure more for me. Please speak with me in the church for further details. Father Zerbel. Study area is defined as a 200 Salg radius around Celtic. I don't know the conversion. I really don't know what it's defined as. Each student must record his or her activities daily and to be remitted to the instructor upon request. So this is our field study. It looks like a list of menial tasks to me. There is a monster elimination request at least, but that's the most we have. I see. So that's her angle. Excuse me? Did you figure something out? Oh no, it's nothing. We should go and talk this over with Instructor Sarah. She probably stuck around specifically to answer any questions we might have. You may be right, and while we're at it, we can grill her about the communal room she signed us up for, too.
Nothing hits the spot quite like a cold beer.
She looks like she's having the time of her life.
How many pints has she downed already? It's not even noon.
Oh, you kids are still here? I'll just be hanging back and enjoying myself, so go on ahead and get started. Don't mind me.
We have questions for what's with these field study tasks.
I'm glad they're not as difficult as I was expecting, but they're just so...
Well, it makes sense you'd have some doubts. You only need to do the ones it says are required, though. Feel free to just ignore the rest if you want. I don't care. Up to you how much or how little you want to do.
Stop being so...
Wait. These kinds of decisions are as much a part of our field study as the tasks themselves.
Oh, what?
What do you mean?
You have 2 days. Trista isn't far from here, so you'll be returning to the academy tomorrow evening. Until then, you can spend your time here, how every decision rests on your shoulders. I won't be forcing you to do a thing.
Okay, so what's up? You have this look in your eye like you've pieced something together. Well, does this relate in some way to our free day this past week? Specifically to your activities during that time? Oh! Yeah, now that you mention it, exactly. I spent this past free day doing various tasks on behalf of the student council. While one of them did involve going back into that old schoolhouse, the rest were simple requests for assistance from the locals. In other words, exactly the sort of thing that we're asked to do here. And by the time I'd taken care of everything, I felt like I learned a lot about Trista and the Academy. So I think we've been given similar tasks here for similar reasons. It definitely makes sense. I mean, all I know about Celtic is what I've read. That's probably there's probably a lot we can learn by actually coming here and helping people out like this. Indeed, the land of Erebonia is quite vast. This may be an invaluable opportunity to gather local knowledge of a place we may otherwise never have visited. Yeah, exactly. So what other various sundry things Instructor Sarah may have planned for us, I say we just work our way down the list while immersing ourselves in Celtic culture and taking in as much as we can. Sounds good to me. Count me in. This actually sounds pretty exciting when you put it that way. Shall we depart then? The party is assigned a variety of tasks to complete, much like on Reen's free days. Details of these tasks can be confirmed via the quest tab of the notebook. When all the tasks with a required mark have been completed, the story will advance. Note, however, that any quests listed with a short time limit will become invalid when this happens. So going into our quest tab, all of these are short, so they must all be done today. But I don't think they're going to be done today. I think this is where I will be ending my stream for today, to take some rest and let my voice rest, because it's definitely starting to feel sore and torn up. Thank you for coming to watch. Thank you very much for the follows. Have a good night. This has been fun. And I hope to share more of this game with you guys soon.
Right.